Hello again, fellow BeachBum traders. Thank you for joining us for part 2 of our weekly trading game plan for the trading week of February 12th through February 16th. We're in part 2 of our weekly trading game plans. We'll be selecting our top swing trading stocks to watch, stocks in our bullpen, stocks in our shopping list. We'll also talk about additional strategies for generating income while we wait for our top swing trading stocks to set up. So let's get started. Welcome, Brian Moritz, Walter Lyons. Thank you for joining us today. Hope you're all having a great day. So here's our Google document with our notes for part 2 of our weekly trading game plan for the week of February 12th through February 14th. We keep our notes in publicly accessible Google Drive or Google Documents. Our notes contain links to bonus video, the tools and resources we use to select and trade our top swing trading stocks to watch. If you haven't already seen part 1 of our weekly trading game plan for this week titled Gotta Love Trading, we would highly recommend that you also view part 1, as that contains our market analysis, our trading strategies, trade ideas for this week. We keep all of our notes documents in a publicly accessible Google Drive folder, so you can refer back to the notes for part 1, as well as our notes from previous weeks, and you can find a direct link to that Google Drive folder also in the description box below. Welcome to Ricky Khan, Easy Mike. Thank you all for joining us today. Hope you all are doing well. So we'll start out with our trade updates for this week. We went long again on land. Land is a REIT on farmland. We've traded this numerous times before. We've got a sizable position again in land on February 7th at 1351 for another scalp or a long-term swing trade. We've again profitably scalped this and swung this land numerous times in the past. If you'd like to hear more of our thesis and discussions on land, you can refer back to the weekly trading game plan videos for last week. If you did get our notification when we entered land and started watching it, you may have got even a better entry price than we got at 1351, as it did dip a little bit below that, and it's now back to our entry price. Just a quick reminder that you can get real-time notifications when we enter or exit a trade by joining any level of our Patreon. I try to post to our Patreon members as quickly as possible when we enter or exit a trade, and you'll get email notification of that entry or exit. And again, in this case, you might have been able to get a better entry price than we got. Also, we have several channels in our Patreon or in our Discord available to our Patreons. I'll show you those very quickly, and then we'll look at that land trade in Webull. So firstly, I have a Thinkorswim price alerts channel in our Discord. I have price alerts set up in Thinkorswim. When those get triggered, they get automatically posted in this Thinkorswim's channel in our Discord, so you can see when SOXL hit a new 52-week high. That got alerted. When natural gas hit a new low, that got alerted. You can see I also posted, we discussed yesterday, that the recent low in natural gas is 1.51. So again, we'll be watching that. We'll talk about how we're going to play that low in natural gas. And then again, if I get a price alert from Thinkorswim and we follow that up with a trade, then I would reply in that Thinkorswim's channel. If it's a trade not directly related to a Thinkorswim price alert, then I'll post that directly in the Trade Alerts channel, so you can see when we went long on TSLY on January 25th. I posted that in the Trade Alerts channel. And then we also have a real-time alerts channel available to our All Access and VIP Patreon members. My automated systems post real-time alerts in that channel when stocks are moving up, breaking out near our price target, and you can hear how you can use those real-time alerts via the bonus link to this. Get alerted when stocks are moving, breaking out, etc. video in our notes, and hopefully we'll cover more of that in the near future. And we'd love your feedback on what other types of real-time alerts you would like to see in this alerts channel. So it's a great way to watch sector rotation. If the market's running up, breaking down, you can see who's running up, who's breaking down, who's breaking out, etc. in the alerts via that alerts channel. And again, you can get access to that alerts channel via joining our Patreon at the all access or VIP level. So we hope that all helps. So if we look at that land trade quickly in Webull, so as you can see on the 7th, I entered at 1351. Again, on the land, there's several support areas, 1371, 1351, 1341, and then this 52-week low of 1335. So it looked like there was gaining some support at 1351. So I entered at that point on the 7th. You can see it did dip down to that 1335 level. So again, if you got our email notification or our Discord notification, you might have got a slightly better price. It's now back to that 1351 level. You can see a recent high at 1454. And then longer term, plenty of upside. And again, we've swung these cycles several times. We'll continue to scalp it until it, swings and heads back up to higher levels. Again, land pays a small monthly dividend, but we're much more interested in the price appreciation. And the next ex-dividend date on land, I believe, is February 20th. Welcome born to be free, Sydney Osborne. Thank you for joining us. Hope you all are doing well. Douglas PC. So next we'll talk about our top swing trading stocks to watch. Grab a quick drink and we'll go over the updates to our watch list, and then we'll look at those also in our watch list Google Sheet and in Webull. Congratulations, born to be free. Just posted that he just had his first grandbaby. Congratulations to you. Hope mother and baby are all doing well. Little girl, very sweet. So here's our updates to our top swing trading stocks to watch for this week. We've been watching APLY. APLY is the Yield Max ETF on Apple. We've had a buy sitting there at 1782 for a while, just waiting for a dip, as you'll see. You can hear our previous discussions of why we're looking to buy APLY via the bonus link in the videos. We just talked about the fact that natural gas had broken its 52-week low. We looked at the futures yesterday, and we just mentioned that the recent low on natural gas is about 1.51. So we're kind of watching for that low to be tested, or when natural gas will swing back up. And if so, we may take an additional position in BOIL. BOIL is the leveraged ETF on natural gas. So again, watching for support in natural gas or a top in resistance. Cold is the short on natural gas. So you can watch. I would prefer watching the actual futures price. But again, cold is the inverse of BOIL. We've been watching FAZ to short the financial sector. Again, if we get a pop around 94 in FAS, then we would look to short financials using FAZ. Again, possibility of additional regional bank issues. I think short in the financials may be attractive. Again, you can hear our discussions of using FAS and FAZ to trade the financial sector via the link to our previously released video in the notes. We looked at all the various technology sectors yesterday. We saw FANG-U, the FANG stocks, a Magnificent Seven, made a pretty exuberant run. We've been watching this both FANGU and SOXL, which is the semiconductor long, etc. TECS, which are the broad technology ETFs. Again, we looked at all of those. I'm not too eager to get in front of the running train in the Magnificent Seven, but again, if you're a short-term trader, we have seen this rotation in and out of the Magnificent Seven, in and out of the FANGs, in and out of semiconductors, and there's plenty of opportunities for make money short-term trading using FANGU for long, FANGD short. We're going to take Lab D out of our watch list. As we saw yesterday, the biotech sector has just been kind of chopping back and forth. Barcoding doesn't have a strong, exuberant run like the FANGs and the semiconductors. But again, short-term trading, there's plenty of short-term opportunities to scalp biotechs with Lab U and Lab D. Can we talk that we're already long on land? Look, there's still a decent opportunity to get in. Again, you can still get in before their ex-dividend date if you're interested in that trade. Another REIT that we have frequently traded profitably in the past that we're going to add back to our watch list is LTC. LTC is a REIT on healthcare facilities, primarily senior living type facilities. Again, we've traded this profitably in the past. Pays a 19-cent a month dividend. So as you'll see, it came down some and almost got in previously, and then it bounced back up a little bit on Friday. But we'll see if we can catch a dip in LTC. Still watching SOXS. Again, if we get a further exuberant run, we saw where that upper trend line was in our technology component screener. So if it does test that previous high, short in semiconductors, although again, be aware, NVIDIA reports earnings, I believe, on the 21st, and that may cause a further exuberant run in semiconductors. So again, that's what I'm not terribly excited about getting in front of that trade. However, we're still long TECS, which is the broader short on the technology sector. Again, we see some rotation in the overall technology sector, out of biotechs, in and out of semiconductors, etc. So we're holding that. It does look like the overall technology sector might get a correction. You can hear our previous discussions on how we use TECL and TECS to trade the broad technology sector via that bonus link to the video in the notes. Welcome, Logan Flips. Thank you for joining us. Glad to see you again. Just another reminder, if we have an automatically generated Google Sheet now with our watch list, our bullpen stocks, our shopping list stocks that we'll take a quick look at, and that gets automatically generated at the end of each day. And also, if I make any additional changes, I can add that to the Google Sheet. I can also post that in a stocks watch list channel in our Discord. So you can see when I recently added Boyle on the 7th, again, we got that trigger of the 52-week low in natural gas. So when I added Boyle, when I added LTC, I also post that in the stocks watch list channel in our Discord and add it to our watch list Google Sheet. And you can get 24/7 access to that Google Sheet by joining our Patreon at any level. And you can hear how you can use this Google Sheet to watch our top swing trading stocks to watch via the bonus links to those videos in our notes. And we're always open to feedback on what else can we add to our watch list Google Sheet to, again, help you make money trading, help you succeed in your trading career. So if we quickly look at our main watch list tab in our Google Sheet, you can see the greens are all showing up pretty attractive, except for maybe the FANGs right now. You see here's LTC, it popped up a little bit. We're currently already long SIJ, which is the short on industrials. Talked about TECS, etc. So you can see the risk reward profiles in near real time using our watch list Google Sheet. Again, the white columns are based on Google Finance functions, so there's about a 20-minute delay in those pricing. Then you get our price targets, optionality, etc., earnings dates, dividends, ex-dividend dates, dividend yield, optionality, etc. So again, we hope that all helps. So if I quickly go through the charts, let me grab a quick drink and we'll whip through the charts in Webull. Again, I'm in the online browser version of Webull. Let me grab a drink and we'll go through those charts. Just a quick reminder, if you're not already using Webull, you can still get up to 75 free fractional shares of stock by opening an account and depositing 25K or more. If you deposit less than 25K, you get 20 free fractional shares of stock. Each fractional share worth $3,000 to $3,000. If you'd use our affiliate link in the description box below, you can get your free fractional shares of stock and also help support our BeachBum trading community, which we greatly appreciate. Again, I'm using the online browser version of Webull. You can have all kinds of different watch lists. So here's our main top swing trading stocks to watch list. Again, we watch Apple for entry point in APLY. Again, I have a buy sitting, I think at 1782 or so, which is the recent dip. So if we can get a little bit of a dip in Apple, I'm just leaving that to catch a seller, even pre-market. You'll see my orders showing up on the bid pre-market, but nobody's taken it yet. So I'll leave that there to try to catch a dip in Apple. Talked about oil, although again, it's breaking down, making new lows as natural gas descends. So again, watch the natural gas price to determine an entry point in oil, because again, it's a leveraged ETF. It has time decay, so it will continue to go down, just over time. So FAS is the long in the financial sector. Again, the recent high is 93.99. So I think I have a thinkorswim price alert. You'll see that trigger and show up in our Discord if that gets hit. And that would be my signal to short financials using FAZ. Again, FANGU is very strong, upward trend. It's got some room for the next resistance. So again, I'm not overly eager to jump in front of that train, but when it does roll over, we could short the FANGs with FANGD. Again, other than NVIDIA, I believe most of the Magnificent Seven have reported earnings, so won't get really further exuberance coming out of that, and we may see some profit taking. Here's LTC. Again, REIT on senior living, financial sector. I missed that little dip at 30.30, and it bounced back up on Friday. So we'll be anything right around 30 is a pretty good price on LTC. Again, plenty of appreciation up into the low 30s, so 34-ish, and longer term higher. Its last ex-dividend was the 22nd. You see it pays a 19-cent dividend. I think the next ex-dividend again is 220. SOXL, again, you can see semiconductors. We saw that broke a new 52-week high very recently. So again, it's got some room to the next resistance point. And again, I think it'll get a further push from NVIDIA. So again, we'll probably wait to jump into that till after NVIDIA reports and we get that pop. Again, TECL, again, made a new high as well. So again, this is a broader technology sector. We are currently in TECS at a higher price, I think $9.50 or so. So use opportunities to get in that at a better price. Again, we'll just wait for a correction in the overall technology sector. Okay, next we'll look at our bullpen stocks. If you're new to our channel, the concept of the bullpen stocks are ones that don't have an immediately attractive setup for a swing trade, but I've identified those that they may potentially have an attractive swing trading setup in the near future. So we put them in the bullpen. I revisit them periodically, and if their setup has improved, then we put them in the game, move them up into our top swing trading stocks to watch list. So we'll go over our updates to our bullpen in a second. Okay, the first one is one I want to add back into our bullpen. We saw this rotation a little bit out of coking coal, out of coal, and one of the stocks I identified that looks attractive in the coal to trade the coal sector is AREC, American Resources Corporation. Possibly, if we have time today, we might take a little bit of a deeper dive into our AREC. It's one we have traded before. It looks like it's coming down to an attractive price. And again, this gives us an opportunity to trade the sector rotations in and out of coking coal. They are profitable at this point. Talked about taking LTC, so we put LTC in the game, moved it up to our main top swing trading stocks to watch list. So we're taking it out of the bullpen. One we've been watching for a while in our bullpen is LXU, LSB Industries, and you can hear our quick due diligence on LSB Industries via the bonus link in the notes. Mosaic, again, pretty sizable agricultural inputs company. Again, these basic materials, chemicals, agricultural inputs have generally been trending down. So we're waiting for that swing back up. Also REMX, which is a rare earth strategic metal ETF. So similarly, your rare earth metals, this contains MP materials. I like the broader strategic rare earth ETF. You can hear more of our discussion on why we like REMX via the link to our previously released video in the notes. Yes, easy, Mike. REMX has MP materials as a holding. So again, I kind of like the ETF more so. MP tends to be somewhat volatile. Had a difficulty catching that one. So we can also watch our bullpen stocks in the bullpen sheet within our Google Sheet. So again, you can see the risk reward profile, our price targets, etc., their earnings date, optionality date, etc. You can also very quickly go to their profile in FinViz. So I want to just quickly look at our AREC. Again, we can see it's coming down to that support level. So again, that support level around 120 something. I think I've got the target at 121. So that's that support level. In FinViz, we see they are currently profitable. They do have high debt, so that's a bit of concern. But again, your miners tend to have high capital requirements. It is optionable. We can see it's got, upside to the low 176 or so. I've got the target price set at their 52-week high at 216. So, yep. We can see longer term. Again, it's had oscillations. It doesn't have a whole lot of, downside. Got plenty of potential upside. Again, they are profitable. I believe they have some holdings in some rare earth materials. Again, it's metallurgical coal. they've had some, they have some holdings with a subsidiary with rare earths. So again, another angle on AREC we like is that rare earth subsidiary presence. So if we look at those charts in Webull as well, so here's my bullpen watch list in Webull. So again, here's AREC. So again, that 121 area is pretty good support. So it's been trailing down towards that level. So we'll see if it reaches that 121 support level. If so, that looks like a good entry point. LXU around 730. So you can see it bounced up a little bit. Looks pretty stable here at 730. I've been also watching their technical setup ranking in ChartMill, and it's still ranking pretty low. We'll see if that improves as well. Mosaic, again, downtrending. We'll see where it finds a bottom and gets some support. But again, it's been steadily downtrending for quite some time. RAMX, again, long downtrend, and then it looks like it bounced off that support level near 44. So that 44 level looks like a potential support, although see it's getting rejected. So it's making lower highs, getting rejected off those pivot points. So I'd really like to see it stabilize and not continue to make lower highs, lower lows. So again, that's why it's in the bullpen. I'm not sure that it's really found its support, found its bottom yet. Okay, nextly, I've got an honorable mention stock I'd like to do some a little bit of a quick dive into. Let me grab a drink and we'll talk about ticker symbol STAA, Star Surgical Company. Okay, again, this is ticker symbol STAA, Star Surgical Company. It's a medical instruments and supply company in the healthcare sector. So I just wanted to take a look at this. It popped up in one of my queries as potentially attractive. You can see it showed up as a double bottom. Looks like it's been in a downwardly trending channel. May have found support at this double bottom. Again, it's a medical supply company, so a nice profitable company. That's not super high. Stryker's another one. They're very high. Stryker's a good company. They're out of my original hometown of Kalamazoo, Michigan, but again, very high. So we identified this as a small medical supply company. If we look at their profile, they do essentially implanted contact lenses. So implantable lenses. So again, with aging population, I think the thesis behind them, their cataract solution, etc. You see, their EBITDA, it's been positive. EPS been positive. I think they had one bad quarter that caused the part of the drop. Well, it's been positive but declining. So it looks a little bit choppy, but again, all positive. Had a little bit of a negative revenue surprise, so that's probably part of the reason for the decline. Not a whole lot of debt, is optionable. Got a decent amount of shares, but not excessive. So again, looks potentially attractive. Looks like it may have found a bottom. If we zoom out a little bit, again, it's been downtrending, so it'd be nice to see, a nice stable bottom. Looks like, in the low 23s. Yeah, low 23s looks like the next support level. We also look at them in Chartmill, look at their financial health, etc. Again, you can access their profile in Chartmill via that link. So we see currently setup's pretty poor, technical ratings currently pretty poor. Overall, though, it's above average. Growth a little above average. Health is above average. It's only valuation that's showing low. We look at their fundamental analysis quickly. So it scores 6 out of 10. So excellent profitability, minor concerns in financial health, excellent growth. So again, it's just valuation's a little bit high, and you can dig more into detail into their fundamental analysis in the Chartmill profile. So in general, looks pretty good. Altman Z scores nicely positive, so no issues with their financial health, but the technical analysis rating is currently 0. It's bad performer. It's been downtrending. So again, we can keep an eye on that technical analysis setup, also using their profile in Chartmill. So again, doesn't present a quality setup. You can see their indication of support resistance levels. So again, one that, we'll keep an eye on. I thought it was worth mentioning. Again, a profitable healthcare medical supply company that you might want to keep an eye on as a potential future trade when it finally does find a bottom and swing back up. So I hope that all helps. Let me know if you have any experience with STAA, trading it as a company. What are your thoughts? What do you think about the company? And again, any experience that you've had with them. Nextly, our concept of a shopping list. Let me grab a quick drink. So again, we always recommend you have your shopping list ready if we do get a market correction. Again, we've talked that February is typically in recent history has been a down month. So if we do get that correction, although right now all the markets are running at all-time highs. So again, if we get that correction, what stocks do you want to be able to buy in the case of a retracement or correction? We just always recommend that you stay away from zombie stocks, zombie companies. Again, none of our content should be considered financial advice. We're not financial advisors. All of our content is for education and entertainment purposes only. But again, I would still recommend, staying away from zombie companies, zombie stocks, as we've got, continuing high interest rates for some period, and they will be at risk of insolvency. Also, recently we developed a biotech due diligence Google sheet that's available to our All Access and VIP Patreons. You can also go back to our previous weekly trading game plans where we've talked about how we've developed this biotech due diligence Google sheet that will allow you to calculate the quarter's cash flow positive, not only for biotech stocks, but really for any money losing stock. It'll give you an indication of, how many quarters have they got before they run out of money. So I thought I would point that out as that may help you determine the health of some of your smaller cap or your money losing stocks. And we'd love to hear your feedback on what else you'd like to hear in that biotech due diligence Google sheet. If you're trading biotechs or interested in trading biotechs, how else can we help you in that pursuit? And also what other kinds of due diligence types, tools, Google Sheets, etc. would you all like to see that would help you, identify the stocks that you would like to trade. We also have a sheet in our watch list Google sheet that contains our shopping list. Also gives me a way to kind of track, movements in the market. We can see when the FANGs, Amazon, etc., IBM, Microsoft. There's also some that in the past have had irrational reactions to earnings, like IBM, Cody, Bud, etc. Got some uranium, so I can kind of keep an eye on uranium. Always looking for opportunities to get into JEPI, JEPQ. Talked about MP Materials, other REITs that we watch. And again, this is where I saw, okay, LTC has gotten attractive, so we're going to put that on our watch list. Again, Stag, O looks like it's coming down anywhere below 50. I'd start to get interested in O, which is realty income again. We see uranium's come down a little bit. So again, you can see what we've currently got in our shopping list. And if I update this, it will show up in the shop list tab in our Google Sheet. So I hope that also helps. Okay, next we'll talk about dividend payers. So another strategy we use to generate income while we wait for our top swing trading stocks to set up is looking at dividend payers. So if anyone in the chat has any dividend payers you would like to specifically look at, please throw those tickers up in the chat. I'll try to address those. Again, our all access and VIP members have 24/7 access to this dividend payers Google Sheet. So you can use this to generate your own schedule of dividend payers, be it monthly, quarterly, etc., using our dividend payers Google Sheet. And you can see we have a whole series on how we've developed this Google Sheet, how you can use it to generate your own schedule of income generation using dividend payers via the series of videos on how to find the best dividend paying stocks via the link in the notes, and also just in general on our BeachBum trading channels. So I'll just quickly spin through. Again, we've got highlighting, so they show up as green if they're potentially attractive. We talked about APLY. Again, I've got a buyout. We're at 1782, I believe. We can see its yield, so it's currently paying only 17 cents, but it's got a pretty nice net yield. It's got plenty of price appreciation. So again, that's one I might hold for quite some time. Although again, nice potential price appreciation if we can catch that dip on Apple. I guess Easy Mike yesterday was talking about Bill. We have a number of ETFs in our Google Sheet. They're bond-based ETFs. They have very short-term swing cycles, so hopefully this will help you catch the bottoms of those bond swing cycles and catch the price appreciation in addition to their monthly dividends. So again, we've done several videos on these various bond ETFs. There's Bill, I think T-Flow, etc. Not ones that I pursue in general. Again, I'm looking for more price appreciation, but again, this may be something that is attractive to you given your income needs and risk tolerance, etc. FAZ, again, it's a leveraged ETF. We looked at this FLJH a couple weeks ago. It's a high yield on Japan, so you can go back and see our discussion of that. I looked at this one, GNL, but they're actually losing money, so I'm not terribly interested in that. Hershey, I don't know if Easy Mike is still in Hershey holding for the dividend. See, you're mentioning IEF, so you can see risk reward profile of IEF as well. There's one on gold. Iridium is losing money. They're a satellite company. I looked at them, but they're losing money. You can see land. Again, their ex-dividend is actually $2.20. I don't know why my data source insists that it's $3.20, but both Land and LTC, the next ex-dividend is $2.20. So you can see their dividends, their potential price appreciation. Again, for the year, their performance has been, relatively poor, but it's got, decent price appreciation. Same with LTC. The various yield maxes. So on NVIDIA, someone yesterday, I don't know if it was Tony Rosas or one of our members was talking about holding NVIDIA, NVDY, so it pays a nice monthly dividend if you get in at a good price. OARC on ARC. Easy Mike has talked about SAR. I've actually been looking at this SAR. It's getting close to its support level. So SAR is getting somewhat attractive. I know that's another one Easy Mike likes. We talked about TLT. Been watching this TLTW as the TLTs come down. Yields have gone up, prices come down. So I am keeping an eye on this. It doesn't seem to perform, quite as well as TLT, but it does have a decent monthly dividend, so that might be attractive. Talked about TSLY, so we're currently holding TSLY. It's recovered very, it's close to our entry price. We'll put stops in, hold that, and collect the price appreciation on TSLY. Again, as Tesla bounces back up. Again, if you have any. So there's the Ricky Khan, says he's out of all the yield maxes except for NBDY. So congratulations on that, Ricky Khan. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. So if anyone else has another dividend payer you'd like to look at, if I missed your comment, please put the ticker back up in there. Easy Mike's mentioning CONY, which is another one of the yield max dividend payers. I think we have that in our ad tab when we looked at all the dividend payers, all the yield maxes. Yep, Sydney Osborne. NBDY is the yield max on NVIDIA. And again, you can see that in our dividend payers Google Sheet. So there's NBDY. So let me grab a quick drink and we'll talk about our option strategies very quickly. Okay, in addition to dividend payers, we also use several option strategies to generate income while we wait for our top swing trading stocks to set up for swing trades. And we have a Google Sheet that we use to identify opportunities with selling and buying back puts, which is one of our strategies. Also, we sell and buy back covered calls on our positions. So we sell covered calls when our stocks are going up, buy them back when they're going down, sell puts when stocks are going down, buy them back when they're going back up. And we use our puts ROIC Google Sheet to help us identify opportunities, when to sell puts, when to buy them back. And again, you can get access to that, our puts ROIC Google Sheet by joining our Patreon at the all access or VIP levels. And again, then you can watch as stocks go up and down during the day. Look for opportunities to sell puts. I did want to go over a couple questions and additions. So last week, MD asked us to look at selling puts on HP at around 32. So I added that HP to our research tab of our Google Sheet. So we can now look at what does it look like to sell puts on HP. So I actually couldn't find any puts. They're not currently available at 32. So I set the strike price to 32.50. I've currently got it set to a March expiration. We can see currently the pricing, it's got a 52-week high of 210, a low of 14 currently. As of Friday, it was, it really didn't trade, it looks like, because the high and low was only 25 cents. So the ROIC at its current price isn't very attractive. But if we go out and we say, okay, if we got the 52-week high, then we would get a 5% return on our capital for selling puts on HP. So again, by having this data, I can now see, would it be attractive to sell puts on HP in the near term? Now, you can always go and extend your expiration out farther and see if those prices become more attractive at a further expiration. Obviously, that may potentially tie up capital for a longer period of time. So again, right now at the current pricing, I don't find selling puts on HP to be terribly attractive. But if we get increased volatility, if it gets closer to that $2.10 price, then it might be a decent ROIC. Anything over 5 is somewhat attractive. So MD, I hope that helps. I hope that answers the question. The other one I want to look at is one we've added to the research tab. This is one that came up. I use this option seller ROI tool at the end of each day to see if there's any potential candidates to add to our Google Sheet. And this one popped up. It's having some volatility. It's SEE Sealed Air Corp. So I added that to the research tab at a $30 strike price at the March expiration. So we can look at that. So you can see at March expiration, you can see it's $5 above that 30 strike price right now. Doesn't really have a whole lot of range. So again, not much ROIC on that. But again, this is a great way, in my opinion, to do that kind of research. Now, again, we could extend the expiration, see if that becomes more attractive. But even at the 52-week high, right now, that option isn't really attractive to sell a put on. Some others that are kind of getting interesting, Albemarle, again, at 105. It's about 3%. If it goes up some, if we get near the 52-week high, we can get 7%. So that might be attractive in the near future. APA at 30, it's actually below that strike price, but even at that, it's only, $360. So if it got to its 52-week high, it's only $440, not terribly attractive. So again, you can use this Google Sheet to, find what kind of ROIC you want, what kind of expiration. You can make a copy. The gray columns are filled in by our automated system. So obviously you wouldn't have that data after you make a copy of it, but not much on our current watch list. Again, volatility is low, below 13. So we need some increased volatility to make anything potentially attractive. Okay, just checking the chat, see if anybody else has any puts you want to look at. Throw those back up. Again, we've got a whole series of videos on how you can use our Puts ROIC Google Sheet to identify opportunities. So, and we have a whole playlist of videos on how you can use options to make money trading. Okay, so I've got a few minutes. We can take any questions from the chat. Hopefully you all like this content. We hope you'll smash the like button. We hope if you're not already subscribed, you'll choose to subscribe to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel, and we'd love for you to directly share our content with your fellow traders and friends. Again, we'd love if you'd smash the like button. Hopefully we can someday get the YouTube algorithm to give us some love, but in the meantime, we'd love it if our BeachBum traders would help share our content with your fellow traders and friends. Invite them to join us to our in our Discord. Again, we can continue these conversations 24/7 in our Discord. Our Discord's free to join, and you have access to all the channels with the exception of the few I pointed out that are exclusive to our Patreon members. You can find an invite to our Discord in the description box below. Also in the links section on our homepage. Our homepage is beachbumtrading.com, bum without the U, so you can find an invite to our Discord. Also links to all of our social media sites. So if you have any questions, like us to take a look at any stock in terms of due diligence, looking at puts, in terms of dividend payers, etc., you can always contact us via any of these mechanisms. Via the links on our homepage. And we'd love your feedback on, what can we do to improve these weekly trading game plans, live streams, videos, etc. Also our tools, what additional additions can we make to any of our Google Sheets? What other tools can we provide you that would help you make money trading, help you succeed in your trading career? What can we add to our community? How can we improve our community? Our goal is to help you make money trading, help you succeed in your trading career. So we'd love your feedback on what can we do to add more value for all of our fellow BeachBum traders. So please let us know, again, in the comments below, in our Discord, via any of our social media links. Let us know what we can do and prioritize to add more value to all of you, our fellow BeachBum traders. So thank you to everyone who participated in the chat. We hope you enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday, and we look forward to seeing you on the trade floor and back next weekend for our weekly trading game plans for the following week. So have a great Super Bowl Sunday, rest of your weekend, and have a great trading week. Good luck and have a great day. Bye.